guys, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about the first paycheck breakdown of the month. If you're new here, my name is Erin. I do mostly budgeting videos, and we're going to get into the breakdown right away. I just soaked my fake nails, which I use press-ons, off my nails, and my nails are struggling. So I'm sorry if you have to look at that because I don't want to look at it. But what are you going to do? All right, so this is the monthly breakdown, and I do have some edits to make to this, but we can talk about that when we revisit that page. But right now, we're just going to focus on the first paycheck of the month, which has already been received, but we didn't go over it, so we need to do that. That was for, let me see, I thought there was something on the tip of this pen. All right, so it was actually for March 1st. And the income that we are talking about is my husband's partial retirement. So he did take an early buyout, I guess you would consider it, from his longtime job. And since he's much too young to retire with Social Security, he's at a reduced rate for life for the pay. And he does have another full-time job. So sometimes when you do the math, you realize that taking the money early, if you have that option, will actually serve you better in the long run because you can never recoup the money that you didn't opt into. I know that's hard. It doesn't make exact sense, but we did a lot of soul searching about that, and it was either that or he had to move out of state, and neither one of us wanted that. So there are some basic expenses that are coming out of this check, or that came out of this check, because here we are, it's we're well into the first week of March. So we're going to talk about that and break it down. And I'm listing something just for the sake of it, but I will explain what that's all about as well. So the fixed expenses that we have coming out are a month's worth of trash removal and our mortgage. Mortgage amount only covers the principal and interest. We pay our taxes separately, and we also pay our homeowner's insurance separately. So we don't have those escrowed with the bank. So the total in fixed expenses for this month is only going to be, or for this check, sorry, is only going to be $19.05. So we're going to add the mortgage plus the trash. So the homeowner's insurance and the car insurance, I paid a year in advance last August, or maybe it was September. I think our policy was up in August. And because we bundled them with the same company, and by paying a year at once, all at once, we did get a few $100 savings. So I really couldn't pass that up because we had the money at the time to do it. But we do need to account for some variables. So I'm going to add those in here. Now, sometimes, let's say I did have to pay these because our car insurance is $279, just under, and our homeowners is just under $149. So let's say I had to pay for all of those. Probably what I would do is the paycheck before March 1st, so let's go back into February, I would cover the variables with that check. So you can't always do everything, especially if you're on a zero-based budget, or if you are truly working your budget paycheck to paycheck. So it just depends. But, you know, you figure it out, and you look at the calendar, and you make your plans, and you know, you work it out. So I've been in that situation before, but it so happens, even though this paycheck isn't covering a lot more than the mortgage, it's covering enough. So we're good with that. So for groceries, I am only budgeting $100 a week this month. And that's because we have a lot of stuff in the freezer and a lot of stuff in the pantry. So we are using that up. Even like if we had to buy, like, let's say we had to buy chicken, we would use like the sides that we have. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to buy everything from scratch. So gas, I'm putting down 75. So that's going to be 50 for the week for my husband and 25 for me. My car takes a lot less gas than his. And so that's how I am breaking it down. So the prescriptions that I needed to pick up this week are 55. Dining out, I'm also budgeting 55, and that's just because of what was left over. So let's say I didn't have a whole lot of money left over from this. If I didn't have it from February, from the check prior to this, and I only had 35, that's how much dining out would have got, because that's the least important factor in all these expenses. So Chewy is new for us, and that's replacing our dog food. It is dog food, but it's replacing what we have been doing for our dog food. So we have a couple different kinds that I ordered, and it was on a pretty good discount. So it's cheaper than if I would go to Walmart or Sam's Club or Costco. So this is for 4 items, 4 different things. And I think that's a pretty good deal. So anyway, if I add all this up, it's going to equal $405. Plus, it's delivered right to the door. You know, in times that I have to go buy dog food, we do buy dry dog food and canned dog food, because our little pugs don't like dry dog food. And our one, Stella, she's going to be 15. We give her whatever she wants. Most of the time she gets table food, but we have to buy different kinds. So it's really nice because it's delivered right to your door. And I don't have to like schlep it from the cart to, you know, the hatch in my car and then bring it home. And no, it's really nice. So the other thing that I am paying is all the subscriptions. And I don't want to list them all, so I'm just going to put all, because we talked about that in the monthly breakdown. And they total $150.59 a month. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm not going to lie. I'm grabbing a calculator. All right. So let's add everything up, shall we? I know it's kind of dark. Maybe it'll be better if I did this. So we have 1905. Oops. Sorry. 1905 in fixed plus 405 is 2310. Plus 150 and 59 cents equals 24.60 and 59 cents. But how much did we make this month? 24.61 and 89 cents. So that's really cutting it close. So we're going to bring it down to our receipt area. So this gives us a nice look at everything all at once. And then our fix is 1905. Our variables are 405. And then our subscriptions are 150.59. Savings is a joke this month. So that brings us to 24.60 and 59 cents. And the remaining, so we'll do that. So we had 24.61.89 minus 24.60 59 is $1.30. And then that's what I'm going to write here in the remaining category. And the little quote above says, it's not your salary that makes you rich, it's your spending habits. Truer words have never been spoken, because honestly, you can make as much money as anything, right? And if you blow it all, well, you're not going to have much to show for it. I mean, it's pretty basic. You know what I mean? You have to be accountable. And that's what I'm trying to do with this channel, is going back to basics and making myself accountable. And also making this content for you guys, because I am using the same budget plan and the same budget worksheets that you are, that I'm creating and giving away to you. And for me, it works. And I can attest that I have been in all kinds of financial situations. I've had lots of savings and zero bills. I have had lots of bills and zero savings. I have had debt in the 5 figures. I have had no debt. So I've been in almost every situation you can find yourself in financially. And I can tell you that the best footing that I have when it comes to my finances is when I work my budget. Now, that doesn't mean or equate to it's when I make the most money. No, it's actually when I pay attention and I check in with my budget literally every day. And by every day, I mean I check my bank account every single day. And I check my credit cards every single day. Because I can't tell you, well, it's more than 5 times. It might not be more than 10 times, but definitely more than 5 that I have actually spotted fraudulent charges, either pending or posted on my accounts. And most of the time it's on not my debit card, it's on a regular credit card. And if I wouldn't have caught those, I mean, who knows? Sometimes you catch a little test charge, where they'll maybe just try your card for a very, very low amount, a couple of dollars, maybe $1, and then they see if it works and they see if there's any pushback or anything from the bank or if it got declined. And if it didn't, they're going to be more brazen. So that's what I mean by working your budget and paying attention to it every single day. Your financial health is in large part your own responsibility. Of course, the banks are keeping their eye out too. But I can tell you that the last fraud that I caught on my card was literally somebody had expensive taste for cakes because the charges were in California. You guys know I'm on the East Coast, and they were charges for cakes. And I'm like, what? Like, what the heck? One place actually had cake in the name and the other ones were bakeries, but there was like 3 or 4, I can't remember. And the credit card that they used was tied to my bank. It wasn't tied to my bank account, like my money account, checking, I should say, or savings, but it was a credit card that I had opened from my bank. And I'm telling you what, they gave me the hardest time. And I don't know if it's because they were just a smaller bank, but they were like, okay, so explain to us, like, and I'm like, what aren't you seeing? Like, literally, this card was not swiped. This card was keyed in somehow on a website or, online somehow. I'm here. I'm not in California. Like, I had to defend it. Now, I've also had Capital One fraudulent charges happen to my Capital One account and my Discover. And they were like, bang, instant. Like, we have taken it off. We are shipping you a new card. Like, it was so seamless and so easy. Now, the card from my bank, they were like, well, those charges are going to hang out there until we can do an investigation. And in, 14 to 21 business days, we'll get back to you. And if we find that it was fraudulent, you'll get the money back. And I'm thinking to myself, why should I be out the money? You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Like, I literally just did you a favor because who knows if they would have tried this with other cards from your institution. Like, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. So I try to use like big bank credit cards now. And you guys know I try not to carry a balance. And for years, I never did. I paid everything off by the end of the year. But this Christmas really took us out as far as spending. But anyways, keep doing what you're doing. And I really appreciate you guys being here and checking in with me. And I don't know if you had heard me mention this before, but March 18th is going to be my release date for my membership option here on this channel. And the membership option is going to get you probably a couple extra videos, but also it's going to get you complete access to my digital assets library. So you can actually have access and download anything in there absolutely free with your membership. So thanks so much for watching, guys. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.